This is a silent film because if you're not able to hear what I'm saying, then I can tell a story no one will ever know. Witness then through the mote-stung eyes of our man Willimantic, named by the by after a Connecticut town lost in its own hills. Willimantic, the hero, not the town, is utterly and completely alone and unknown in the world. Willimantic gets hold of a miniature car and dives into the English countryside, along about the year 2000. He prefers country to city. Immediately dazzled by the sight of a bay, he stops paying attention to the road and pants out the window like a dog. But that there's a fence. Willimantic wishes for a landscape empty of anything connected to humankind, and wonders why he wishes that, since humanity is anyway a part of nature, and anyway he's human, so he couldn't actually be in any said landscape without bespoiling it by himself for himself. Such confusion begins to weigh heavily. Willimantic pants out the window again, but it's nothing but hedgerows, and then he thinks he sees a ghost in the hedgerow, and then he decides it's better to just drive. It's what they call existential, he assumes. Then when Willimantic's having a wee in a ditch at dusk, he looks up to see a creature unlike any he's ever seen. His gaze wobbles slightly, but is amazed and steady on the beast. Willimantic thinks there must be a god of the sort no human could imagine. Later on at sunset, he puts a duck-billed cap on his head and stands against the wind and darts looks around in the hills. My name is the same name as that half-crazed Connecticut town, he thinks. But he had only gone there once, looking at colleges, so he couldn't really say. The next day, Willimantic was stuck in town and had to content himself with the paltry getaway of wandering in some park. He spied a lamp-post which sparked a thing like childhood in him, and he opened his shirt to find a hole where his stomach had been. Willimantic then hurried back into the countryside, a scarecrow the last remotely human thing he had to see. From there on he was never found again, and anyway his story was never told, and no one ever heard who he was.